you inhabitants of air. This story was told by the Master Buddha while at Jetavana Monastery about a brother monk whose cell was burnt down. Tradition says that a brother monk, having been given a theme for meditation by the master, went from Jetavana Monastery to the land of Kosala, and there dwelling in a forest hard by a border village. Now, during the very first month of his living there, his cell was burnt down. This he reported to the villagers, saying, "My cell has been burnt down. I live in discomfort." Said they, "The land is suffering from drought just now. We'll see to it when we have irrigated the fields." When the irrigation was over, they said they must do their sowing first. When the sowing was done, they had the fences to put up. When the fences were put up, they had first to do the weeding and the reaping and the threshing, till, what with one job and another which they kept mentioning, 3 whole months passed by. After 3 months spent in the open air in discomfort, that brother had developed his theme for meditation, but could get no further. So, after the Pavarana festival, which ends the rainy season, he went back again to the master, and with due salutation took his seat aside. After kindly words of greeting, the master said, "Well, brother, have you lived happily through the rainy season? Did your theme for meditation end in success?" The brother told him all that had happened, adding, "As I had no lodging to suit me, my theme did not end in success." Said the master, "In past times, brother, even animals knew what suited them and what did not. How is it that you did not know?" And so saying, he told this story of the past. Once upon a time, when Brahmadatta was reigning in Benares, the Bodhisattva was born a bird and lived round a giant tree with big branches, at the head of a company of birds. Now one day, as the branches of this tree were grinding one against the other, dust began to fall, soon followed by smoke. When the Bodhisattva became aware of this, he thought to himself, "If these 2 branches go on grinding against one another like this, they will produce fire, and the fire will fall and catch hold of the old leaves, and so come to set fire to this tree as well. We cannot live on here. The proper thing to do is to move fast elsewhere." And he repeated this stanza to the company of birds. "You inhabitants of air that have found a lodging in these branches, notice the signs of fire starting in this earthborn tree. Seek safety in flight. Our trusted home now harbors death." The wiser birds who followed the Bodhisattva's advices at once rose up in the air and went elsewhere in his company. But the foolish ones said, "It is always like this with him. He's always seeing crocodiles in a drop of water." And they, regarding not the Bodhisattva's words, stopped where they were. In a very short time, just as the Bodhisattva had foreseen, flames really did break out, and the tree caught fire. When the smoke and flame arose, the birds, blinded by the smoke, were unable to get away. One by one they dropped into the flames and were destroyed. "Thus, brethren monks," said the master, "in past times, even animals who were living in the treetop knew what suited them and what did not. How is it that you did not know?" His lesson ended, he preached the truths, at the close of which that brother monk won the fruit of the first path trance. Also, the master explained the relation and identified the birth by saying, "The Buddha's disciples were then the birds who listened to the Bodhisattva, and I myself was the wise and good bird." If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content that inspires and uplifts. And remember, these stories are meant to be shared because wisdom grows when it's passed on.